Welcome to Lesson 3, Part 2. In this part of the lesson, you will learn to perform information searches on the Internet and the World Wide Web using the search criteria discussed in Lesson 3, Part 1. Following this presentation, you will use your Search Tips handout to explore different websites through valid searches and information strategies. To begin this lesson, we will open our Internet browser. In this example, we are using the Safari browser. Locate the search entry area. In this particular case, we are on the Apple Start page, and this is not one of the search engines we wish to use. So first, we will type in the URL for one of the search engines listed in our handout. You can explore each of the different search engines to discover the look of their portal, how they return information, and the types of databases the search engine is mining. So now we have settled on Google. The nice thing about the Google search engine is that it allows you to easily open the advanced search options without leaving the portal entrance. With the Advanced Search Options page open, we are now ready to explore the types of search criteria this particular search engine will allow us to use. Google has a pretty extensive search interface, so it is possible to make your searches very narrow in order to return the most accurate results. If you feel that you need additional assistance with your search criteria, Google provides an Advanced Search Tips page with terms, definitions, and examples. Now let's use some of our Boolean operators and see what results we find. Let's return to our search criteria or our advanced search page. And this time we're going to use the Boolean operator AND. So let's search for stars and Michael Jackson and see what results are returned to us. Remember, in our search criteria definitions, the best match is always returned first. So using the word "and" between stars and Michael Jackson finds pages with both these words or phrases. As we scroll down, we can take a look and we see that we do have stars and Michael Jackson in our return pages. Google also lets us see how many returns there are. We can see there's quite a few pages that were returned with this criteria. In fact, our search has returned 71,200,000 pages in response to our criteria of stars and Michael Jackson. So that's very broad. Let's see if we can narrow our search down a little bit by using some additional search criteria. So we'll go back to our advanced search page. And this time, let's use our wildcard character. We'll use remember. Remember, our asterisk is our wildcard. And this is telling the search engine to look for pages that say stars and Michael Jackson, as well as any words that resemble remember, remembering, remembrance, any words along that same phrasing. So let's see what it returns. Okay, so now we've narrowed our search down to 51,200,000. That's still pretty broad. It's not a lot of pages that you'd want to read through when you're trying to research something in particular. So back to our advanced search criteria. See if we can make it a little more narrow. You'll see here we have our Boolean operators OR. We've used our Boolean operator up here AND. And this is our Boolean operator. It says any do not show pages that have any of these unwanted words. So this is in essence our Boolean operator called AND NOT. So we want pages returned with this criteria and not these. So let's type in a couple of words here. Let's try service, Schoology, and church and see what happens to our return. Aha! Now we're down to 12,400,000 pages. Still a lot of pages to search through if we were trying to research this topic. So back to our advanced search page. And let's try and narrow this down a little more. Let's go down here and say search within a site or domain. Let's say you've been assigned a particular research topic and your instructor has guided you into which particular venues or public service areas he or she would like you to search within. So let's narrow this down to mtv.com. Wow, look at that drop. Now we have significantly reduced the number of pages returning from this search. So let's see if we can get it down a little bit smaller. Let's look at some more of our advanced search criteria. Let's go to date, and let's say within the last month. So now we're looking for pages that have stars and Michael Jackson, any of the words in the family of remember, remembering, remembrance, but not any pages that include the words service, eulogy, or church. We wanted to pull those pages from a particular site or domain, in this instance mtv.com, and we only want pages with all of this, meeting all of this criteria, that have been posted within the past month. So let's see where our search takes us now. Wow, there we go, down to a nice small 81. So hopefully by now you realize how very important search criteria can be for your research material. You should always apply this search criteria not only to narrow what you are looking for, but also to look for that relevance in the material that meets your research topic. You have now reached the end of Lesson 3, Part 2. Please click the link below to go to your next activity.
3 weeks of recovery, but the nurses is loving me, saying the best part of the day is my half, feeding me breakfast and giving me a sponge bath. Say I died dead in the streets, I'm getting high, getting on the beach, chilling, sitting on about $500,000 with all my women. The next 2 years, I should see about $1 billion.